Okay, these are the notes for 2-6. They're not very long, just incorporates a few new theorems for us. So these are the only two new theorems that you're getting that are a little different than what we did before. So if two angles are supplements of congruent angles or of the same angle, then the two angles are congruent. I gave you a little proof here. If we're told angle 1 is supplementary to angle 2 and angle 2 is supplementary to angle 3, that's probably where we wrote that. Angle 3 is supplementary to angle 2. Then we know by definition of supplementary that angle 1 plus angle 2 is 180. I know that's definition of supplementary because how do I know this? I don't know it from a picture like we do in angle addition. I know because you told me they were supplementary up here. And for the same reason I know angle 2 plus angle 3 is equals 180 because up here it was given that they are supplementary, so by the definition of supplementary angles. Then, because they both equal 180, I set them equal to each other. You could use substitution or transitive. You don't need to write both reasons for that. Just pick one. It could be seen as they equal the same thing, therefore they equal each other. That's the transitive property. Or it could be seen as I'm taking the 180 out and substituting in the angle 2 plus angle 3. That's where substitution comes in. Then by subtraction property of equality, I subtract angle 2 from both sides. I can get the angle 1, this should say is congruent to angle 3. The complementary one works the same way, it's just complements of congruent angles or of the same angle. Again, be careful, this is not the transitive property. You see this down at the bottom. It's not saying two angles are equal to the same angle, therefore they equal each other. It's saying two angles are supplementary or complementary to the same angle. So I know it kind of looks, in the logic of it, like it might be transitive, but it's not. Transitive says they equal the same thing. These theorems are saying they are supplements of the same thing. So in the next slide, I have 4 questions for you. What I'd like you to do is push pause, work with your partner or work by yourself and try to get your answers to this, and then come back and check your answers. So please push pause now. Okay, so as we work through, I think the first two you probably did just fine with. Name a supplement of angle 2, angle 1. How did I know that's a supplement? Because when I looked at the picture, I saw that together they form a straight line. So again, we've gone over this in class several times. When you're saying, how do I know that they're supplementary? Because I can see in the picture they make a straight line. That is the angle addition postulate. So that's what you know. So then if they tell us, oh, angle 2 is equal to is congruent to angle 3, what can you conclude about angle 1 and angle 4? Well, I can conclude angle 1 is congruent to angle 4 because of the theorem from our first slide. So angle 1 and 4 are supplementary to congruent angles because they told me that right here. The if is kind of your given. Therefore, they are congruent to each other. Right. Here is another one that I don't know if I can get it all on the screen at one time. I'd like you to, again, try these 4 questions. You can try them by yourself or with a partner. Do your best. Come up with your answers. And then when you're done, push play again. So please push pause now. Okay. Again, in letter A and B, I don't think those were too bad. The letter C can be a little tricky. I knew because these are perpendicular. I was told these are perpendicular. That's how I knew angle 1 and 2 were complementary. And you kind of look through this, and I guess there's a longer way. This is what theorem justifies your answer. There is a longer way to prove that they are supplementary. But the key here is how can I prove angle 1 and angle 2 are complementary? Well, look back at your theorems from 2-5. Which one ends with therefore they're complementary, or two angles are complementary, and it's this one down here. If the exterior sides of two, I think I have acute adjacent angles, but adjacent and acute angles are the same thing, are perpendicular, if the exterior sides, then the angles are complementary. And that's a theorem we did out of 2-5. And then if angle 2 is congruent to angle 3, what can you conclude? about angle 1 and 4, it's very similar to what we did before, but notice I underlined they are complementary to congruent angles, so therefore they are congruent. Okay. I just repeated that page. So what you're going to do now is you're going to work on the assignment in the book. If you have any other questions from previous homeworks, you can go to the discussions or work on those with your peers. Thank you.